Hello, children. Good morning, children. Welcome back to class. How are you all, children? Okay. Now, let us see a recap of the last lesson that you learnt. Okay. Our sock puppet is going to come and rather recap the lesson last week we studied. Sit back and watch, children.
Hi children, good morning. I've come to recap the last lesson for you children. What was the last lesson that you studied? The last lesson was sources of medieval India. What did we learn in that lesson children? We learnt about the sources. Okay, we learnt that sources are classified as primary and secondary sources or written sources and material sources. Then we learned inscriptions or stones, rocks, temples, walls and copper plates gave us information about medieval India. Then we learned that the difference between secular literature and religious literature. You remember children? Religious literature talks only about religion. Secular literature speaks about worldly things. You remember that I taught you this last week? Now, then we learned that books, biographies and autobiographies provide information about political, social and economic conditions of medieval times. Then finally we learnt about some travelers and their travelogues. What did I tell you that who a traveler is? I told you that a traveler not only goes on a tour but also he collects information about the people, the local people who live there and learns about their lifestyle. A book written by a traveler is called as a travelogue.
Lesson for today is from geography. Okay, we are going to learn about population and settlement. The name of the lesson itself is population and settlement. Now, what are we going to learn in this lesson? We are going to learn about population, we are going to learn about the races in general, and we are also going to learn about the races in India. Okay, now have you heard about population geography? Okay, I think you would not have heard. Now, population geography is a study which includes natality, morality and growth rate. Okay, children? Now, I think the first two terms are new to you. You would not have heard about natality and morality. So, I am going to tell you what is natality. Okay? Now, natality is the birth rate within a population. Okay? The rate of birth inside a population is called as natality. What is morality, children? Morality is the principles concerning what is good or bad or what is right or wrong. Okay, that is called as morality. Now, what is growth rate? The rate at which anything grows is called as growth rate. Okay, clear children with this? You know what is natality, what is morality and what is growth rate. So, population geography is the study of which includes natality, morality and growth rate. Okay. Now, have you heard about migration, children? Do you know what is migration? People moving from place to place in search of food and shelter is called as migration. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the races. Have you heard about the race? I am not talking about your running race. Okay. I'm talking about human races. Okay. Now, biological grouping within the human species is called as a race. Biological grouping within a species is called as a race. The race is a group of people with more or less permanent distinguishing characteristics that are inherited from their parents. They have inherited some characters from their parents and according to it they are classified. Now, there are many human racial types. On what do you think humans will be classified into races? Okay, the following factors are in which they are grouped into races. Okay, first is their head shape, then their facial features, then their nose shape, and then the eye shape and the color of the eyes, then the skin color, then the stature, and then blood group. All these are the factors within people are grouped into a race. Okay, I'll tell you something. When I was small and I learnt about these races, different kinds of races, I used to look around in the class and see, and I used to think, oh, this girl belongs to the Mongoloid race, this girl must be a Negroid, etc. But that is not true. Okay, we belong to only one race. Okay, children. Now we are going to learn about the major world human races. Okay, the major world human races are classified into four. One is the Caucasoid. The Caucasoids are all Europeans. Then the Negroids. The Negroids belong to Africa. Then Mongoloids, they are Asiatic. And the Australoids, who belong to Australia. These are the four major world races. Okay. Now we will learn about each race in detail. We will learn their characteristic features, how we can identify them into the world human races. Okay. First is the Caucasoid. The Caucasoids are also known as the European race because they belong to Europe. Okay. These people, they have fair skin, dark brown eyes, wavy hair, and a narrow nose. They are also found in Eurasia. You know what is Eurasia, children? Have you learned in your earlier classes what is Eurasia? Europe and Asia combined together is called as Eurasia. Okay. Now, shall I recap it again for you? What are the features of the Caucasoids? They have fair skin, they have dark brown eyes, they have wavy hair, and they have a narrow nose. These are the features of the Caucasoids. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about the Negroids. Caucasoids you may not be very familiar with, but all of you have seen a Negro and you know how a Negroid looks. So where are Negroids found? They are found in Africa. Okay. What are their special features? They have dark eyes, they have very black skin, they have black woolly hair. You have seen their hair, no? Like small curls like wool. Their hair looks like wool. Okay. They have a wide nose, they have a long head, and they have very thick lips. The lips are very broad and big. Okay. Now, they are the descendants of the people of the Sahara. Okay, Sahara Desert in Africa. Okay. Today, the word Negroid cannot be used at all. We cannot call anyone a Negroid. It is a crime to call anyone a Negroid. Okay. Because it is connected with racism, colonization, and slavery. So we cannot use the word Negroid anymore. Understood, children? Next, we are going to learn about the Mongoloids. This race is commonly called as the Asian American race. What is it commonly called as? It is called as the Asian American race. The features of the Mongoloids is they have light yellow to brown skin, they have straight hair, they have a flat face, they have a broad head, and they have a medium nose. Where are they found? They are found in Asia and they are found in the Arctic regions. Okay. Shall I recap their features again, children? They have light yellow to brown skin, they have straight hair, they have a flat face, and they have a broad head, and they have a medium nose. Okay. With these features, we can identify them as Mongoloids. Next, we are going to learn about Australoids. Where are the Australoids found? The name suggests itself, no? They are found in Australia. Now, the Australians have a wide nose, they have curly hair, they have dark skin, and they are short in height. Okay. How are they? How are the Australoids? They have a wide nose, they have curly hair, they have dark skin, and they are short in height. They are living. Where are they living? I told you already. They are living in Australia and Asia. Okay. Now historians suggested that there were some Australoids in India also, but now the recent researchers have said that there were no Australoids in India at all. So Australoids were not found in India at all. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the races of India. Okay. India is said to be one of the cradles of human civilization. So What is India called? India is called one of the cradle lands of human civilization. Okay, the ancient Indus Valley civilization is said to have been of Dravidian origin in North India at first, and slowly the Dravidians were pushed out to the south when the Indo-Aryans arrived. When were they pushed out to the south? When the Indo-Aryans arrived, the Dravidians were pushed into South India. Okay. India was dominated by three Dravidian kingdoms. You have heard about them before. The Cheras, the Cholas and the Pandyas. They were the Dravidian kingdoms in those days. Okay. And they spoke different languages. The Dravidians spoke different languages. What were they? Tamil, Telugu, Kannadam, Malayalam and Tulu. Shall I repeat? Tamil, Telugu, Kannadam, Malayalam and Tulu. Okay, all these were the Dravidian languages which are spoken during that time. And almost all the Dravidians, they lived in the southern part of India. Where did they live? All the Dravidians, they lived in the southern part of India. That is all for the lesson today, children. Did you understand the lesson? It is a very easy lesson, no? Very interesting to learn about the different races in India and the different races of the world. Okay. Now, children, remember to take up your test and your Kahoot. Thank you for listening patiently to the lesson. Stay indoors, stay safe, take care. Bye and thank you.